So I'm going to click up here, Tools, Build a Listing, and I'm going to do this interlock queen size bed frame. Copy the link, make sure it stops at the HTML, or if it was Amazon, it would stop at the number. Okay, I'm going to put it in. Then product just worked. Here. Oh, because I had it. See, I have to change it. So I have it on Amazon. I need to change it to overstock. 3 rows. I guess. Click next. So that's loading. I want to create my title. Queen size. There's no options, just queen size. Sometimes you get a listing as king and queen and all sorts of different color, you know, whatever. So I push that in there. I kind of also like to look and see like what other sellers are selling it to see if I have anything that's similar. I always like to use the really long one. Okay, so that's good. Now I always like to fill it up, but I don't really know. I'm not gonna go through with this listing. I'm just showing you how to do it. Scroll down. So it says product info loaded successfully. I'll put my title in there. I don't know if it comes. I'm gonna erase that. Put new keyword. Choose from categories. Category, I think. Some suggestions. Oh, so suggestions for like what good keywords there would be. Which hopefully that will get me to get. Okay, look. You don't want to include any of these because this is not really what you want. Here's where you would choose from a category. I'm not really quite sure on how that would work. Here's UPC code. I'll just use one like this. Okay. The UPC code in right there. You want PayPal. You don't want anything else. Profit goal. You want 17%. Well, I think it actually includes it. But if you were just to do it manually without a tool, you want 17%. That is eBay fees, PayPal fees. So 9% or 10% for the eBay fees, 2.9% for the PayPal fees. And sometimes suppliers charge tax, like for certain states, especially like Kentucky or Tennessee, they charge like the most highest in tax. So you don't want to lose profit because of tax. So in Amazon, anything under, if you don't have Prime, it's going to cost shipping. So we want to include that. So I always say about 17 to 20% is what it would be. And on this product, it was $74.99. So this already automatically includes it. So I mean, it includes the PayPal, includes all the stuff that you need in the listing. So I'm going to make my profit goal. I'm going to try 10%. Right now it's at 92.29. If I make it 91.42, I'm going to actually do this one at 15%. So I'm going to get 15% profit margin, and you can make it more, you can make it less. It's best to just make it at first, just to make it kind of low, and then if it sells, you can raise it. But I mean, it's just up to you and what you want to do. So, and it also depends on the product too, and what others are selling at. So I mean, obviously this one's different than that. That one's like a full size bed, and it looks really fancy too. So it just depends on what other sellers are selling it as well. So. And then, anyways, shipping. I always charge. I think that I always do free shipping. So you want UPS ground, my dispatch time is 1 day. You can make it 2. I wouldn't suggest doing anything above 2, because if you did, that's probably eBay. We wouldn't rank very high on eBay. So I don't think you have the go till canceled option, because you're not you don't have a store. But when you do have a store, you can. So good to go. I always do good till canceled. But if you don't have a store, just do 30 days. Brand, it says optional, but I really like putting the brand in. So I just put the first 3 that is my keyword. That is my brand. Is my first 3 keywords as my brand. Where's the brand? Okay. And the MPM is the 4th word. I always capitalize it. Or sometimes I even put like the 5th word in there, but I like metal. That's good. It's a fixed price item. So this is your policy. Like, you can have it super detailed. I prefer it just to be like a balanced, a minimal, balance. Return 14 days. You can do 30 days. But just starting out, since you're probably not gonna list, I mean, I have some things on 30 days, but that's like if it's above like $3,000. So you're probably not gonna be listing that crazy amount right now. So I just leave it at 14 days. You can answer questions. All right, so this is overstock. I always get rid of this number because someone can just look it up. So you might want to change some stuff like 60.0, 70.0. Maybe change this to L, that to W. Get rid of this. There's obviously no questions, so if there's no questions, I say please ask questions. Thank you. And I always like to add, like right here, order quickly, limited stock, popular product. I always like to add something like that. Maybe even put it in bold. Okay, I always like, sometimes I read it, like sometimes you might be like, oh, this might be a bed, but it might just be like, oh, it doesn't include the wheels or something. You always want to make sure, like, okay, this. So if it doesn't include the wheels, I would put doesn't include wheels, and I would copy it, and I would put it down at least twice or 3 times in the listing. So, but this does include wheels. Let's not put that there. But if it didn't include something, I would want to put that at least 2 or 3 times, because people sometimes just don't read it all the way, and they might think that it includes wheels, but it doesn't, and then you end up having, and it's not good. So okay, so I don't like the minimal. That's not the one I like. The one that I have used is balanced or detailed. If it's over a certain amount, I use the detailed policy. But if it's over like $300 or $400, I use something that's more detailed. But I like to use the balanced one. So it just sort of gives you like, just very, very similar. And I always put free shipping here. Tax. So they're like, ooh, like, oh, this is exciting. They always offer free shipping and always offer 0 tax. So that's always great. Kind of make it my own. Obviously, I have adjusted mine. Mine is, like, I have edited. So I'm like, when you find your own kind of thing, you'll probably edit it and find out what you like the most. So there's just only one photo here. So if you add, you can upload a photo in the media library. I'm not going to do that, but you just go include and then click the gallery image. And also include it in your listing, the image. That's always a good thing, you know, just depends on the listing. But this one might be something that someone might want to see the photo. So you can include the photo in your listing if you want, with clicking and copying this tag without the tag part, but just copying the percent to the percent, paste it in your listing, it will be good. All right, and you just go ahead. I'm going to add 4 images. I don't know. These are my. I sometimes okay. Sometimes the upload thing in last year didn't really work, so that's why I have this. Just put it there. Anyways, so obviously, oh look, okay, guess what? This product is also on Amazon.com. But I mean, obviously, your first choice would be Overstock. So if it's on Amazon as well, you can click in Amazon and make the link. So if it goes out of stock on Amazon, it won't cancel your listing. It will just change it over to Amazon. So if it's out of stock on Overstock, it will do it from the Amazon. But there's no Amazon, I don't think. So all right, and you want to click auto post to eBay. Yeah, I can do that. Auto relist on this item ending. I don't necessarily do that. All my stuff is good to cancel it, as I said, but I don't necessarily do that because I don't like to organize, or I don't like to have. I always like to. Okay, this hasn't sold. I don't want to relist it. I don't want a program doing that for me. But it's a personal choice. You can do it if you want. Don't have that. So you're just gonna click next, save listing, and submit to eBay, which I don't preview it. Looks great. Oh, brand cannot contain special characters. Okay. I haven't used this for a year. I haven't used it for so long. Okay, it cannot. On my other listing tool, I can, but this one it cannot contain special. Okay. You can just click it. So if like, oh, if you have some issue, just click it up here. It can just take you everywhere. So submit and save listing. Required primary category. Okay. All right. So let you know, and I just. There's some way to get the categories. I don't know. I don't know how to get it. Maybe it's just not. I don't know why it's not showing up the primary. It should just work when you do that. I don't know why it's doing that right now. Kind of awkward that it's not working, but okay. So obviously this is in stock still, so I mean it shouldn't have any issues. I'm just gonna have to play around with it to find out why it's not. It should just automatically populate a category, and you can just choose from a category tree, but I don't know why that's not doing that right now. I thought it was because maybe of this, but I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily use the suggested keywords for the first 3 words, but I really like this thing. I don't know why it's not submitting or showing that category. I don't know. Should just pop up, and I don't know why it's not. I have to play around with it. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't think I did anything wrong, but I might have. So I'll have to like look around with it, and then I'll just record again or something.